Welcome in. I'm Adam Solomon. High school football regional finals are here. We have a MAC showdown with Marion Local taking on Minster. Our Dwayne Scott is in Wapakoneta with both head coaches.
Thanks, Adam. I'm here in Wapakoneta with two teams that need no introductions to each other. Marion Local and Minster in a rematch of last year's regional semifinals. I'm now joined by both head coaches. Beginning with Marion Local. Coach, your team is averaging 62 points a game and have only allowed 14 points in these past 3 games. What have you liked about your team's performance up to this point?
Well, none of that matters now. I mean, we did what we had to do to get to this point. Let's face it. I mean, I think both teams had this game circled for the whole calendar year, and it's here. So, let's see what happens tonight.
What have you liked about your players and that have allowed them to be very consistent on both sides of the ball?
I would say just being focused enough to come out and perform well and do what we wanted to do, against those first 3 teams. But, yeah, hopefully, that'll carry over into the night.
So it's one thing to be a team once, but it's another thing to be a team twice. This Minster team has been your toughest opponent this year. So what does Marion Local need to do in order to come out here on top?
Well, we just need to play well, both teams know each other really well. There's not going to be a ton of secrets out there tonight. Minster has given us our 2 toughest games, in the last 12 months, and not for an accident, because they're really, really good.
Thank you for your time, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Now to you, Coach Whiting. Your team has also been putting up points as well these past few games, including that 75-point performance against Manchester. But overall, what have you liked about your team's performance leading up to this game?
Kind of like Coach just said, we're just trying to execute at the highest level we can every week. What the score is makes no difference to us as long as we're up by 1 when the clock hits 0. We've just been pushing our kids to make sure they execute our game plan and do the simple things really well. Get lined up right, be gap sound, block and tackle.
Now, a lot of this game can be mental and not just what happens in between these white lines. I mentioned at the top that this is a rematch of last year's regionals. So what has been the message to your team going to this game, and how would you like to see your Wildcats come out here tonight?
Mentally, thankfully for us, we're used to playing in the MAC and the level of competition that it is. I think a lot of times people play MAC schools and oftentimes they're beat before they get off the bus. And that's not the case with either one of these 2 teams. So the push this week has just been to execute at a really high level. Protect the football, no self-inflicted wounds, and execute at a really high level and get ready to be physical as all get out and go play like crazy.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And that's all the time we have. For full coverage of Football Friday Night, tune in at 11:15 p.m. Reporting from Wapakoneta, I'm Dwayne Scott, your News Now Sports.
Elsewhere in Division 7, Columbus Grove and St. John's meet at Spartan Stadium. A busy Division 6 as well. Bluffton and Patrick Henry at Finley's Donnell Stadium. Coldwater and Anna at Sydney's Memorial Stadium. And in Indian Lake, the Lakers are down at Piqua High School's Alexander Stadium against the 2-seed West Liberty Salem Tigers. We are at all 5 games tonight, covering all 9 of our local schools that still have championship hopes. We'll also have some girls basketball as the season gets underway there. You see LCC, Bath, Riverdale, Ridgemont. Tune in at 11:10 for Football Friday Night.